I did have a worksheet and I work with some specific person who I have been working at work, and she has been uh, my leader, one of my leader, and she has been very not like me or judgmental to me. Like there's nothing I can do to make her happy. Um, what I do or not do always make her don't like me or attack me.
And that's in your workplace.
Yeah, that's at my workplace.
Yes. Okay. So what is the number one on your worksheet? What did you write?
I'm angry with her because she rejected me. Hate,
Okay. And the situation?
yeah, in this situation, whatever solution I proposed in the last 2 years, she always say that's not a good idea. So she rejected me.
So now find a particular situation where she rejected you.
There's a very important project I proposed and I did architecture, and she said no, we don't have capacity to do that.
Okay. So she said we don't have the what to do that?
We don't have capacity or
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So close your eyes and be there now in that situation. Imagine yourself in that situation just as it was. Look at her, look at you there. She always says that it's not a good idea. And I'll say, she said it's not a good idea. So as you witness the situation, I'll support you to see now what you could not see then. Maybe it will match, maybe it won't. She said, that's not a good idea. Is it true? And remember, all of you out there, as you're sitting in this, that's the invitation. The answer is either yes or no to the first two questions. And so it takes stillness to be there now and to look again. Are you sure? So check it out. She said, that's not a good idea. Is it true?
No.
And just feel that. Just feel the no.
No, I feel weird. I feel what she was saying. We don't have capacity now. We don't have time. But what I heard is that it's not a good idea. She's rejecting me.
Yeah. She didn't say it at all.
Yeah, she said we don't have capacity or time now.
And you imagined she says that's not a good idea, that that's what she really means. It's not what she said.
Now I feel weird thoughts that for in some way I want to be rejected. Like I want her
So,
rejected.
so just notice that.
I mean, how
That's a big deal. Notice there's something in you that wanted to be that victim. This is a big ego at play.
it's very hard.
Well, we're just noticing. You know what hard feels like. You can breathe through it. You've survived this long. Just feel it. She said, that's not a good idea. Is it true she said that? No. Be with it and continue to look at her in your mind's eye. She didn't say that. Now notice as you look at you in that situation, in your mind's eye, witness and experience how you reacted when you believed the thought, she said, that's not a good idea.
Oh, I can't. This is so strong. I feel, yeah, she said we don't have time and capacity. What I heard is it's not a good idea. When I hear that, I feel I will never be good enough for her. What I can do to be good enough for her someday. I'm not good enough. I feel in this world, I have to label everybody in two
Just
extremes.
stay there in the situation. Now notice how you look at her and notice how that feels.
Yeah, I feel I'm not good enough for her. I'm not good enough.
And emotionally, where do you experience that when you're believing the thought? She said, that's not a good idea.
I feel my entire body very tight. It's like I'm in danger. And I'm not good enough. I have to do something to be good enough. Like, hurry, I need to do something.
And close your eyes and witness how you look at her, how you see her. When you believe she says, that's not a good idea. Look at your body language. Look at your attitude. Do you become subservient, or do you become angry? Or look at you. As you look at you, how do you react? When you toward her.
Yeah, it's very hard. I feel angry that, like, why don't you love me? Like,
and how does that show? You're hurt. How does that show? How does that show up? Close your eyes. You'll see it. It's self-evident as you witness you in that situation.
yeah, I'm hurt, I'm angry, and
It's
I'm
all
sorry.
her, and it's all her fault.
It's all her fault, and I want to hurt her back. I want to fight back.
Yes.
Why don't you love me? I need to hurt you too. You hurt me.
Yes. And you feel it's justified.
Yeah, I feel I am angry. I deserve to be seen, and you cannot see me. Like,
Yeah. So you see how you're just, this is all yours. She
yeah,
did not say that's not a good idea.
yeah. All she said, we don't have time now, and I added the second part. We don't have time because you're not good enough.
Hmm? Yeah.
We don't, or I add the second part. We don't.
She didn't say that.
Yeah,
That's
I'll
your,
add the
that's
second
your
part.
imagination.
Yeah, also at the second part, we don't have time for you.
Is what you heard, but that's not what she said.
I still, I'm confused. I feel
So don't try to figure this out. This is inquiry. And all of you out there, I want to remind you that inquiry, when you're sitting in these questions, right now we're sitting in, how do I react when I believe the thought? She said, that's not a good idea. If I don't want to know the answer, why would I ask the question? So when I ask myself, she said that's not a good idea. How do I react when I believe the thought that she said that? I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to be there now. And I am going to witness my attitude, my emotions, what I said, what I did. The question is, how do I react? That ceases to be about her. How do I react? What happened in that situation when I believed the thought? How did I react? So defensive,
substantive too, and I feel something wrong with me.
yes. So just feel that.
And
Slow down. You are not being kind to him.
and
You're not giving you what you want her to give you.
yeah, I feel that because it's come out with
Because isn't inquiry. Because ends inquiry. Inquiry is where we answer the questions. Because or but or yeah buts puts an end to this process. Why doesn't the work work? I stop questioning my mind and I go into defense. The ego's life depends on it. So just ask it, just thank it for sharing and come back to how do I react? Be there now, witness how you react when you believe the thought, how it felt. And I'm going to move you, sweetheart. I'm going to move you in. Close your eyes. I'm going to move you into 4, the last question. Be there now. Look at her. Without the thought, she said, that's not a good idea. Drop that Post-it, move it off of her. Who would you be looking at her, listening to her, what she really said, without the thought? She said, that's not a good idea. Now listen, get connected. She said, we don't have time for that.
I feel
She
a lot
said, we don't have time now.
Mm.
Go ahead, I interrupted.
I feel a lot of curiosity. I feel a lot of curiosity, like, can you help me understand why it's not a good idea? Can you help me understand when is a good time?
Yeah.
And when should I come back to you? If now, not now.
So now there's a conversation to be had. And with the story, believing the story, you're done.
Yeah.
You threaten your job, you threaten your life, you threaten your ideas. You're done. And she did not do that.
Hmm. I feel that now. I'm curious, and I also feel no matter what answer you give me, and it's not your job to love me. I don't need you to love me. It's not your job.
Yeah, it wasn't a part of what you signed up for. It wasn't in your job description that your boss needs to love you. You didn't require that when you signed up.
Hmm. Yeah.
It's like a little child. Love me, love me, love me, love me. No, that's the workplace.
That's why that's what I feel now. I'm a little bit confused. The more that love become unavailable, the more I'm craving for it.
Yes, because you assume it's not available because you're in attack mode. You're attacking her in your mind.
Yeah, I'm attacking her like
And in your attitude. She said, that's not a good idea. Turn it around. I said,
I said it's not a good idea.
yeah, and put it on her.
Mm. What do you mean? She said it's a good idea.
No, I said, that's not a good idea.
I said it's not a good idea.
You're the one that imagined that onto her. She didn't do that.
Mm. I feel it's all my interpretation.
Well, that's because it is all your interpretation.
Mm.
Your one-man show.
Mm.
You know, for all of you out there, there is no one that is not lovable. But what we're thinking and believing about them is not lovable. And that's what this work is about, you know, waking up to this friendly universe. The only thing out of order in this friendly universe is what I'm thinking and believing about this friendly universe. And she's an example of that in your life. Can you see another turnaround? She said, that's not a good idea.
She did not say it's not a good idea. And yeah, what she said is we don't have time now. And she explained why. Uh, yeah, but what I heard is it's not a good idea. She's rejecting me.
And what you heard was all in your head. Fantasies, an unquestioned world. Let's look at 2. What did you write for number 2?
I want her to appreciate me, see me, say I'm good, ask for my advice.
So did you, was that in your job contract?
No.
No. So in that situation, let's turn it around. You're more enlightened than when you wrote it now. You're so much more enlightened than when you wrote it. You can actually laugh.
Yes, I'm kind of asking her to be my mom.
Yeah.
See me, appreciate me, say I'm good.
Yes. If we believe it onto one object that we see as people, believe it onto one object, we'll believe it onto any object until we wake up to ourselves. So I want her to appreciate me. Let's read that whole thing. This is what you really want. Feel it. I want me.
I want me appreciate myself, say myself, say I'm good, and ask myself advice.
So close your eyes and be there now and give you what you want. Appreciate you. You were trying your best.
Mm.
See you. See how good you are. See how hard you were trying. And ask you for your advice.
Mm. Yeah, I just feel I never listen to my own advice. I have good advice. I just never listen to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I give myself advice, but not big deal. Never mind. But I expect other people to treat my advice as order.
Yeah. So let it begin with you. So I want me to appreciate her.
Hmm.
Read it that way.
I want me to appreciate her, see her, say she is good, and ask for her advice. Wow.
I think you're onto something really important.
Oh my God. I have to say, yeah, she wrote a 5-paragraph email explain why it's not a good time. Like, she wrote a very long email explaining why. I never appreciate the effort.
It's never too late. If she's still your boss, you can go back and tell her what you appreciated about that. And you can see her. You can say, you are really good at what you do, and thorough and patient with me. And I appreciate any advice you would give me in our working relationship. I want to do the best job I can. And I'm not giving advice here. I was looking at your words on my iPad. The words you wrote there, I can see here. So I'm not changing anything.
Right.
This is what you want. I didn't write it.
I think that's right. If I never listen to her advice, our relationship will never get better. It's going to be always stuck there in a prison. I have to start listen to her advice.
You don't have to, but if you want to grow, yes. I haven't met one person that hasn't grown me because I'm a good listener.
I have been feeling our relationship stuck in a bad place for 2 years. It's never get anywhere.
Well, now you're beginning to understand why. Let's look at 3. This is what you need to be happy. Read what you wrote.
She shouldn't consider she has a privilege or authority because her hierarchy.
So slow down. She should.
She shouldn't. She shouldn't consider
She should not consider.
she has an authority or privilege or right over me because her level, her hierarchy level.
So who's the boss?
Oh, Yeah. Yeah.
So read it that way. She should consider.
She should consider she has authority over me because her hierarchy level, because it's her job to manage me in some way.
Yes. So feel that. That
um, I feel a lot of resistance because I feel,
well, it doesn't matter what you feel. She's the boss.
yeah,
She can say whether your ideas are accepted or not. So read it like that again and feel it.
she should consider she have authority and right over me because her hierarchy level. Yeah, I see that is just pure fact. Nothing wrong and right or wrong. If I don't like it, I can leave, but it's just a fact.
Yes.
Yeah, if I want to leave, that's my choice, but and nothing going to change the fact.
So now just feel that. This is your boss.
I feel a lot of a release and freedom because I feel I don't have to put the emotion on that. I don't have to like it or don't like it. It's
just a fact. Yeah.
And
You know, when I say feel it, it could be I'm pointing more to your arrogance.
it is like, how dare you manage me?
Yeah. How dare you do your job well? She's the boss.
I also feel a lot of freedom, like I have a choice.
Yes, you do. You have a choice.
Yeah.
And she did not say,
It's not a good idea.
she did not say it's not a good idea. That was your arrogance again, overriding her words. You haven't even met your boss yet. You've been working for someone as you believe her to be, and so far you haven't been that close to who she really is. She shouldn't consider she has authority. Now, read it the other way. I shouldn't consider that I have authority over her. Read it that way.
I shouldn't consider I have authority over her because her hierarchy level or my hierarchy level. Yeah, I shouldn't. It's just doesn't feel right.
Now, number 3 is about your happiness. So on the other side of this call, I would really like you to look at number 2. That's what you want in that situation, those turnarounds.
Mm.
And number 3, to understand, to question them and understand those turnarounds. In other words, to relate to those turnarounds in that situation is what you need to be happy on the job.
Mm.
With her. With her. Now let's look at 4. And 4 is advice. Advice. I'm sorry, 4 is I need. Now we're going into your happiness. Advice was what we just read. Advice, I should consider that she does have the authority over me, etc. Now let's look at what you need to be happy. Number 4. Those of you new to the work today, there are only 6 questions on the worksheet that Adam has answered, and that's all there is. So we question them and turn them around. So read number 4. To be happy, I need
her to say, I'm so good and better than anybody else, and I'm her favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like I really need her to be my mom. I'm
Yeah.
her favorite.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm better than other children.
Mhm.
Oh my God.
Some of us have to discover this much older than you are.
Mm.
So to be happy, let's turn it around because time is short. I'll leave you to question all of these individually, but in what time we can be together, turn it around. To be happy, I need me.
I need me to say I'm so good, better than others, and I'm my favorite.
Yes, so just do that now.
Yeah, I need myself.
You're so good. You're sitting in this work. Your mind is open. You're so good. And your project was so good. No one else has to see it. You see it. It's so good. And probably better than anyone else.
Mm.
I don't know, for you to consider. And for you to say your favorite. You needed a friend in that situation.
Mm.
You were confused.
Mm.
Now read it. For me to be happy, I don't need her to say.
I don't need her to say I'm so good, better than others, and I am her favorite. Oh.
That wouldn't make you happy. You wouldn't hear what she said in that state of mind.
I feel that's a totally different world because when I have that craving and wanting, it just make me miserable. Like, am I good? Can you confirm I'm good? Am I good now? Say something, confirm I'm good.
Yeah. So be there for you. I need me to say that I'm good. You never have to wait for anyone else to do it. You have you. And there's another one. To be happy, I need for me to say to her that she is, as a boss in that situation, she is.
I need me to say she is good. She's better than others. She is my favorite boss. I won't say she's a favorite, but she is good in some ways.
This is, we're just considering, and we're not saying overall, we're saying in that situation, who would take that much time out?
Okay.
I mean, to consider that situation.
Okay. Yeah.
This is contemplating. We're contemplating in this. What do I need to be happy? And then to contemplate it, to consider it. So now 5.
Oh, she is a mean person, bad leader, and has a very, very narrow heart. Oh.
So now turn it around very gently. In that situation, I was a mean.
I was a mean person, bad employee, has a narrow heart. Yeah, I feel my heart was closed. Yeah, it's totally closed.
And your attitude in that situation?
Aggressive and arrogant, attacking.
Now look at you as though you're standing and looking out of her eyes. Look at her, look at you in that situation. See who she's dealing with.
Oh, oh, okay. Yeah, I can see. The guy was very impatient. Yeah, and I have attitude like I know all. What do you know to tell me it's a good idea or not?
And that's who she comes, that's who she goes, she wakes up and goes to work. And that's what she has, that's what she is going to work. I don't, when she thinks of you, that's who she's going to meet. That aggressive, self-centered, argumentative, closed-hearted. I didn't make that up. I heard it from you. Different. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel I have to be right. I cannot be wrong. It's not acceptable. Yeah.
It's you're getting in touch with the cause of all the tension and heartache you wear and frustration.
Yeah.
And it had nothing to do with her. Zero. No matter what she says, no matter what she does, no matter how long her emails informing you of how she saw it and why she couldn't do it now.
I also feel I give her too much power. Like it's just way too much power. Yeah.
And we saw no abuse of her power here.
Yeah.
Let's look at 6. Oh, let's look at her again in 5. What is the opposite of mean?
Oh, she's a generous person.
Let's see. She is kind.
She's a kind person.
In that situation.
Okay. She's a kind person. She's a good leader. And she has an open heart.
In that situation, close your eyes. Drop your story. Just listen. Be there now. See her trying to deal with you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
For someone to, I'll say it just for you to try it on, for someone to keep an employee like you on after what you've seen says a lot for you about your talent and your contributions. There would be not a lot of reason to deal with you and keep you on as an employee. Now, that's not true. That is something for you to try on as you look at you through her eyes in only that one situation.
I appreciate you said that. It's come to my mind is, yeah, she was a good, kind person, good leader, and have an open heart in that situation because she couldn't join my 2 hours meeting, but there was a recording. She spent 2 hours to replay and listen to the entire 2 hours recording of my meeting. Yeah, she listened that recording.
She obviously respects you a lot.
I appreciate you said that because there has been a lot of recording of the meeting these days, and I never really listened to any recording.
Wow. 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 Let's look at 6.
I don't ever want her to give me negative feedback.
I'm willing.
I'm willing her to give me negative feedback.
Because what you hear as negative might be positive if you listen to it with an open mind. I look forward to
hearing her negative feedback.
Yeah, because it could turn out it's negative to your mind, but if you open your mind, it could be very positive feedback. It could grow you.
Yeah, I also feel if she stopped giving me feedback, I will have no idea what is really going on at all.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. I really
Adam, you're so welcome. Thank you for being our teacher today.
I really appreciate it. I just want to say one thing. In the last 2 years, every time I have a difficult time, I do a worksheet. It always works. It really always get me out of that pain and suffering. Thank you so much.
Oh, Adam, thank you. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, beloved.